Hey guys, how are you? Welcome to the channel. This is my 2022 Australian Open preview. So first I'm going to just take a very quick look at what happened in the semi-finals, and then I'll preview the Australian Open final for you. Um, First semi-final, Nadal defeated Berrettini 6-3, 6-2, 3-6, 6-3. Nadal just came out, played amazing tennis, served well, had the 1-2 punch, forehands. I mean, sorry about that, guys. Yeah, everything was going absolutely great. Um, and on the return of serve, standing in, attacking, hitting forehands behind that. I mean, we saw like 1, 2, 3 forehands, hammering the Berrettini backhand. And then the serve, we had like the 1-2 punch. Um, what we had was, so yeah, I just felt like that. So you had the serve, you had the 1-2 punch, you had him pounding Berrettini's forehand, attacking on the second serve return, following that with the 1, 2, 3 forehands, coming into the net at certain times when required, and just playing a high level. Then I felt like Nadal got too defensive, right? In the in the third set. Berrettini served huge, hit his forehand huge, and sort of blew him away a bit. Nadal had a game where he missed a whole bunch of first serves and then was defensive in the rally. Berrettini just overpowered him, got the third set, but then Nadal realized Berrettini is serving huge. He's going to attack Nadal's second serve, and he's just going to go for it and shorten the points and try to overpower him. So Nadal serves huge himself, 1-2 punch, always serve forehand, shutting Berrettini out of every service game. And then one service game, Berrettini misses the first serve a lot. Nadal's able to get him in a race, do what Djokovic does, get the return back, force Berrettini into rallies, and move him around and expose his lack of movement. And then one time he hits a great forehand across court for a winner there, right? So that is so that's Nadal in four. The second semi-final, Berrettini Tsitsipas wins in Medvedev beats Tsitsipas in four sets, 7-6, 4-6, 6-4, 6-1. As I said, this game was all about this. Both of them were going to win their first service points, right? Um, and that's what happened. But then when you miss your first serve on Medvedev's serve, it's going to come down to rallies. And Medvedev can just say, oh, if I win with my serve or a 1-2 punch, great. If I miss my first serve and I'm forced into rally on the second serve, I can out rally you. Whereas Tsitsipas, same, winning off the first serve, serves, 1-2 punches. But when he misses the first serve and he's forced into a rally, Medvedev has more than a 50% chance of winning it. So he's constantly depending on having to get that first serve in to avoid the rally, or he's coming to the net when it's not there. Medvedev's passing him, right? Medvedev, if he's not coming to the net, Medvedev's out rallying him. So he needs to constantly get that first serve in. Whereas Medvedev, if he gets his first serve in, great. If he misses it, he'll out rally him off a second service point. So the whole thing came down to both guys winning a high percentage of first service points. The second service points, Medvedev winning most of them, out rallying him, moving Tsitsipas around when Tsitsipas wanted to shorten the point, had to hit it too hard, too close to the line, take risks, or force it to come to the net when it's not there and get passed by Medvedev. And that's all what happened. But like I said, it came down to the fact that Tsitsipas is in a 50-50 rally, comes to the net, not there, it's passed. Has to go for too much to end the point. And if he plays it safe, Medvedev's just moving him around. So he constantly needs to get first serves in, but he's not going to do that the whole game. When he misses the first serve, Medvedev out rallies him, gets the break. When Medvedev misses the first serve, goes to plan B and just out rallies Tsitsipas. So now let's get into the final Rafael Nadal versus Daniel Medvedev. Rafael Nadal of Spain versus Daniel Medvedev of Russia. I believe Nadal is currently 6th in the world, but before he got injuries in 2021 was 2. Medvedev's 2 in the world right now. And I just think this match, like when I look at a Djokovic Medvedev match, for example, they play a similar style, but I feel like sometimes Medvedev doesn't have the power in the rally to get through the court and finish points. And Djokovic has bit more power on his strokes to finish the point in the rallies. But then when I look at Nadal versus Djokovic, well, the biggest, most powerful shot on the court is Nadal's forehand. Djokovic's forehand and backhand may be better than Nadal's backhand, but the biggest shot on the court is Nadal's forehand. So when you consider Nadal's forehand is bigger than any of Djokovic's shots, but Djokovic's shots have more power to get through the court than Medvedev, it's clear that the biggest shot by far on the court is Nadal's forehand. And I think it's going to be a lot of good defense, a lot of consistency, a lot of good rallying, a lot of many things. But I think the problem is Medvedev in the rallies struggles to have that big, powerful shot to take control of rallies and to end points, right? But Nadal has something even bigger than what he and even bigger than what Djokovic has, a huge forehand. And I think with Nadal constantly have that forehand to go to that can just finish points, while Medvedev doesn't even have the power of Djokovic in the rallies. I think that's going to be a huge factor in these rallies. Like when you get a serve, anything short, you can hammer it. When you get a good return, you can just take complete control of the point. Whereas for Medvedev to finish points, it's much harder and doesn't quite have that finishing blow. And I think that's going to give Nadal control of a lot of rallies. It's going to give him the ability to be in control of the rallies, to dictate, to push Medvedev around, to come into the net and end it too. And the thing is, whenever Nadal serve, which he's serving well now, he gets anything short, it's over. Or you just dominate the rallies forehand after forehand, the ability to really finish. Whereas when Medvedev hits a good serve, it's slightly short. Yeah, he'll move Nadal around, but it could be a long rally from there. And like I'm saying, when he's playing Djokovic Medvedev, he's not getting it through the court, and Djokovic is pushing him around a lot of the time. But with him not getting it through the court, and then Nadal, this huge forehand, which is way bigger than anything Djokovic had, I just think that that forehand is what's going to decide the match. And that Medvedev is going to struggle to get it through Nadal's defense. And then Nadal will have the forehand and just hammer it harder and get it shorter until he ends the point. Anything short off his serve, he'll be able to hammer. And I think he's going to attack the second serve of Medvedev, then maybe get a short ball from there, and then he can go back into the forehand pattern. I don't think he can use his serve on Medvedev first serve because Medvedev will get control and then his shots will be going too quickly through the court that Nadal won't have time to set up. But he's going to. The whole thing is, can Medvedev get the ball really fast through the court on his rally shots, like Djokovic sometimes does on a fast court when Nadal can't set up? But I just think that Medvedev's shots, they're not even as powerful as Djokovic, for example, right? And just to have that trouble in the long rallies to finish while the other guy has a forehand. But I just don't think Medvedev's shots are going to get the ball fast enough through the court when Nadal won't have time to set up on his forehand. And once he has time to set up in the forehand like he does on clay, that's it. And he doesn't quite have the power of Djokovic to sort of disrupt Nadal's forehand. That's what I see. And I think Nadal's serving better, so he's going to get a lot of short balls. He'll be able to set up and hammer forehands. When he's attacking Medvedev's second serve and standing in, then again, he'll get forehands behind that. But then when Medvedev has a chance to attack against a good defender like Nadal, like I said, doesn't have anything like a Nadal forehand, but doesn't even have the penetrating of Djokovic. I just think that that forehand will be dictating and will be taking control and will overpower Medvedev. And Medvedev just won't have the power on the rally shots and will be pushed around. And he would need to get the ball really hard, really fast, really go for it. So Nadal doesn't have time to set up on that forehand. But I just don't think he has the consistent power to do it. I think Nadal serving great. I think he'll get forehands behind that. And I think it's really big that he attacks Medvedev's second serve and then has time to set up on a forehand and control the rally from there. But I do think Medvedev is playing well. He's now got a huge serve. He can rally on the level of a Nadal and a Djokovic, but I just think it'll be a fifth set and fine margins, and one guy struggling to get it through the court and through the great defender, while the other guy having a huge forehand that can hit through any defense, and he hits it, you defend it, it's a bit shorter, then he goes for more and then more until it ends. But that huge, powerful shot, whereas Medvedev at the same time struggling to really have that huge power to finish points in the same way, while Nadal having this huge weapon to end points. Nadal's going to be pushing him around a lot. He's going to be running a lot. And then it's going to be the combination of the big forehand by Nadal, Medvedev not even having the power of Djokovic on his rally shots, and Nadal having a forehand that's bigger than anything Medvedev or Djokovic does to control the rally and pushing him around and getting forehands after serves and getting forehands after attacking Medvedev's second serve. So it'll be Nadal's forehand and ability to finish the point and ability to control the point and overpower Medvedev in the rallies why Medvedev doesn't have the same kind of power. And it'll be because Medvedev is rallying great and playing great, right? And defending and serving and still has a decent amount of power to win the point. Playing at that elite level, he will push Nadal to a fifth set. But in the fifth set, it will come down to Nadal's forehand dictating the play and Nadal's experience. A fifth set at a Grand Slam final, the guy who's won 20 Grand Slams is going to deliver. When the whole Australian Open comes down to one set, a fifth set, the guy with experience, Nadal's going to step up. And the guy who's been there and done that, and he's going to control and overpower Medvedev in the rallies with the forehand and deliver under pressure. Whereas Medvedev, some experience now, but limited experience. I think he's going to feel a lot of pressure on the fifth set. It's going to get to him, but the pressure is going to bring the best out with Nadal's experience. He's going to hit his best level and he's going to win his 21st Grand Slam here. I really see that. It's going to be the big moments. It's going to be about the pressure. It's going to be about Nadal's forehand and Nadal attacking Medvedev's second serve to set up forehands and also serving and creating forehands behind that. And I just think Nadal's going to be too good in this match. And I also think the pressure of it, the fact that Nadal's underdog, a guy who's always under pressure, always used to playing pressure, always got expectation, to take that off and have the underdog tag, that's going to be freeing. And Nadal's going to relax more and go for it. But at the same time, if there is pressure, he's experienced, he's been there and done that, and he'll deliver in the fifth set. But for Medvedev, being the underdog like he's always been, with playing without pressure, but now to have a different kind of pressure. If you win, it's normal. And if you don't, you've played a bad game and you've let people down and it's just a shocker. That's the kind of pressure Medvedev is under. And a guy with limited experience who's won one Grand Slam, you put that much pressure and say, if you beat Nadal, it's just normal, like you're not doing anything good. But if you lose, it's terrible. A guy who's used to not having that pressure and being relaxed and being underdog, you put him in the favorite tag and you say, just competing with Nadal is not good enough. you have to win or it's a letdown. That's a lot of pressure for a guy with limited experience. But for the guy that's used to pressure, Nadal, you take it off, you put him in the underdog bag. I just think there's pressure on Medvedev, lack of pressure on Nadal. Nadal being more experienced, delivering in the big moments, big shots in the fifth set, and Medvedev struggling to overpower and move Nadal around, while Nadal has the ability to push him around with a forehand. It's going to come down to that thing, but it's going to be about experience, pressure, Nadal delivering under pressure, and Medvedev with the favourite tag cracking a bit under this pressure. But in the end, tactically, it'll be about the fact that Medvedev sometimes struggles to have power to push people around, but Nadal is going to have. Djokovic even has more power on the rally shots, but Nadal has more power on that forehand again than Djokovic, and that's way more power than Medvedev in the rally shots. And he'll just be dictating too many rallies, and the experience and the pressure and delivering when it matters in the fifth set. And it's just going to be about those two things, I believe. Nadal being the experienced guy delivering under pressure, Nadal having the ability to finish the point with the forehand, and Medvedev struggling maybe enough power to finish the points. But it'll be Nadal in 5 sets. It'll be a great match, wonderful match to watch. But at the end of the day, Rafael Nadal is going to win his 21st Grand Slam and will be in the position of GOAT status because, like I said, you talk about year-end number one and all these things. Ranking is about what you win. So if he has 21 Grand Slams, Federer and Djokovic have 20. The next most important thing is Masters 1000. Okay, Djokovic has one more than him. Nadal has one more Grand Slam. One more Grand Slam is worth more than one Masters 1000. So overall, when you just take only Grand Slams, he's the best. When you add Masters 1000 and Grand Slams, he's the best. We're not going to be saying 250s and 500s make you GOAT. I refuse to entertain that. But rankings is about what you win. And he'll be one behind Djokovic in Masters 1000, one ahead in Grand Slam. One Grand Slam counts for more than one Masters 1000. And if you just say we'll focus on Grand Slams, that's what it's about. Again, 21 to 20 over Djokovic and Federer. So he'll be in the GOAT race, will continue after this, but he'll be the GOAT at that point, and he'll have the chance to go to 22 Grand Slams, to 20 at the French Open, which he'll be favourite to do. And that'll be a 2-slam gap. And then he'll start to be in a position of locking this thing up or very high favourite. But that's my video for today. Subscribe, bell notification, thumbs up. I'm going to do a video on the GOAT debate after the match, the implications of the match on the GOAT debate, and where we are in the whole GOAT debate, and just review the final and review what it means for Nadal's career winning all the Grand Slams twice, plus having 21 Grand Slams outright, the most Grand Slams in tennis history, while you get the guy they call the clay quarter is the guy that's won twice at all the four, not just went once at all the four, but went back a second time at least at all the four. Consistency on all the surfaces, plus the most Grand Slams. We're going to talk about what all that means Monday, Tuesday, and I'll just go through the tactics and I'll wrap up the final. So be back here for my GOAT debate plus Australian Open final review video Monday or Tuesday. Subscribe, bell notification, thumbs up. Have a great day, night, wherever you are in the world, and bye for now. Thanks for watching, guys. See you Monday, Tuesday. Bye for now. Subscribe, bell notification, thumbs up. Thanks for being with me, guys. See you in a few days.